Have you ever wondered how countries can stop a huge fight like a war before it even begins? Well, today we're going to go under the hood of the peace table to see exactly how that happens. We're going to find out how words can actually be more powerful than weapons. Let's dive in.
Okay, so I want you to picture this. It's the middle of the night, and two massive ships are heading straight for each other. If nothing changes, they are absolutely going to crash. It's a total disaster just waiting to happen. You know, in the world of countries and armies, this kind of situation happens way more than you might think. So, how do they avoid that crash?
Well, instead of a crash, a light flashes. A message gets sent across the water. The ships turn and disaster is avoided. That flash of light, that is diplomacy. It's the art of talking and figuring things out. And right now, as we speak, negotiators are meeting in Islamabad to do just that, to send that signal and stop a conflict from happening.
So to really get how these talks work, we need to open up what I like to call the negotiator's special toolkit. Because it's not just a simple chat, you know? It's a really carefully built system with three key parts.
These are the three core tools that can build a bridge where it feels like there used to be a wall. You've got the envoy, the red line, and the back channel. Let's take a closer look at each one.
First up is the envoy. This is the main negotiator, and their job is honestly fascinating. They're kind of like a master translator. But get this, they don't just translate languages, they translate intent. Their job is to explain what their country really wants without making the other side feel attacked or backed into a corner. It's a super delicate skill.
Okay, next tool in the kit, the red line. Think of this as an invisible boundary. Every single country has a list of things they absolutely will not give up on, no matter what. And the hardest part of an envoy's job? It's figuring out exactly where the other side's red line is and getting right up to it without accidentally stepping over.
And finally, we have the back channel. This is so important. Sometimes the real progress happens in secret, far away from any news cameras. These back channels are these quiet, private talks where leaders can be way more honest, you know? They can test out ideas and find that all-important middle ground without worrying about how it all looks to the public.
So, we've got the tools, but what actually makes them work? What's the power source here? To understand that, we need to look at what I call the engine of diplomacy. That engine has a name: leverage. It's a simple idea, but it's incredibly powerful. Leverage is basically having something that the other side either really wants or something they're terrified of losing. It's the main reason both sides even stay at the table to talk.
Leverage turns this all into a huge, high-stakes game of, if you do this, then I'll do that. So, for example, in those talks in Islamabad, the leverage might be about trade. Both sides need their economies to work, right? So they use that shared need to agree on things like rules for shipping goods. It's all about finding that one thing you both care about.
Okay, so why does any of this matter to us? Why do countries spend so much time and energy just talking? Well, because the ripple effect of successful diplomacy is enormous, and it affects every single one of us.
Here's the bottom line. When countries can agree, it creates stability. And that means things like the price of fuel and food can stay steady. It also stops small mistakes or, miscalculations from spiraling into huge, devastating wars. And when nations aren't fighting, they can actually work together on the world's biggest problems, like climate change.
I absolutely love this metaphor. Diplomacy is like the world's safety valve. It's the special mechanism that lets all that pressure and tension between countries escape safely before the whole engine explodes. It's what keeps everything from boiling over. And this all brings us to a really important idea about what it even means for a country to be strong. It might not be what you think.
The talks that are happening in Pakistan right now are a huge test of this entire system. They're a reminder that real strength isn't just about having the biggest army or the most powerful weapons. It's about having the intelligence, the skill, and the patience to use words to find a peaceful way forward.
So the next time you see a headline that says something about a peace talk, you'll know what's really going on. You'll be able to see right past the handshakes and the cameras. What hidden part of this system, the envoy, the red line, the back channel, the leverage, which part will you remember is working hard behind the scenes to keep our world turning?